Something extraordinary has just happened in the UK, and it's sending shockwaves through the political landscape. King Charles, a figure expected to remain above party politics, has done something that few saw coming. An action so significant that it has left political leaders scrambling and the public divided. As tensions rise and debates heat up, one question dominates the conversation. What does this mean for the future of British democracy? At the heart of the chaos is the fact that the monarchy, despite being largely symbolic, still holds influence in ways that many underestimate. King Charles, having spent decades as Prince of Wales, has long been known for his outspoken views on climate change, urban development, and social issues. But now, as king, his role is supposed to be neutral, purely ceremonial. Yet recent events suggest that his influence may be more substantial than expected. Reports indicate that the king has taken an unprecedented step, one that has put both the Conservative government and the Labour opposition on edge. While official statements from Buckingham Palace remain carefully worded, insiders suggest that Charles has expressed concerns over key political issues in a way that could impact government decision-making. Whether through private meetings, public remarks, or behind-the-scenes influence, the effect has been unmistakable. For Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, this development couldn't have come at a worse time. With the UK facing economic uncertainty, public dissatisfaction, and growing pressure from within his own party, the last thing he needed was a constitutional debate. If the king's actions are seen as overstepping traditional boundaries, it could force Sunak into an awkward position, either defending the monarchy's involvement or subtly pushing back, both of which carry political risks. Meanwhile, Labour leader Keir Starmer finds himself in an equally tricky spot. While Labour has historically been open to discussions about modernising the UK's institutions, directly challenging the monarchy remains a politically delicate issue. Starmer knows that many of his supporters favour a more progressive approach to governance, but openly questioning the king's role could alienate a significant portion of the electorate. The reactions from political analysts have been swift and varied. Some argue that Charles is merely continuing the tradition of monarchs offering private counsel to prime ministers, something his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, did throughout her reign. However, others believe that this goes beyond mere advice and into territory that raises constitutional concerns. Conservative voices warn that any sign of royal intervention could undermine the stability of the UK's democratic system. If the monarchy appears to be influencing government policy, it could spark a debate over whether the institution should be reformed, or even abolished. On the other hand, those more sympathetic to Charles argue that he is simply voicing concerns that many ordinary citizens share and that his influence could serve as a moral compass in turbulent times. But what about the public? British citizens have always had a complicated relationship with the monarchy. While many admire the royal family and respect the traditions they uphold, there is also a growing sentiment, especially among younger generations, that the monarchy should have less influence over political affairs. If Charles continues to make his views known, it could trigger a national conversation about the role of the monarchy in modern Britain. One thing is certain: the political landscape has just become even more unpredictable. If King Charles continues to make waves, it could redefine the relationship between the Crown and Parliament in ways not seen in decades. Will this moment fade into history as a minor controversy, or are we witnessing the beginning of a major constitutional shift? For now, all eyes remain on Buckingham Palace and Downing Street. The decisions made in the coming weeks could shape the UK's future, and the world is watching closely.